You've probably heard that walking is good for you. It's one of the most repeated pieces of health advice in the world. And because it sounds so simple, most people ignore it. They assume walking is something you do when you don't have time for real exercise. Something light, something optional, something that doesn't really change anything. But that assumption is completely wrong. Because walking is not just movement. It's a biological signal. A signal that affects your brain, your metabolism, your stress levels, your energy, and even how long you stay independent as you age. And here's the part most people never realize. Many people already walk every day, but they never experience these benefits. Not because walking doesn't work, but because their body doesn't recognize their walking as meaningful. Today I'm going to show you what actually happens inside your body when walking becomes intentional. No hype, no motivation talk, just simple science explained in a way that actually makes sense. And by the end of this video, you'll understand why walking might be one of the most powerful health habits you can build, if you do it correctly. Number 1. Walking physically changes your brain. Let's start with your brain, because this is where things get genuinely surprising. Inside your brain, there's a structure responsible for memory and learning. Over time, as people age, this area naturally shrinks, and that shrinkage is strongly linked to memory loss and cognitive decline. For years, scientists believed this process was irreversible. Then they studied something very simple: walking. In one long-term study, older adults walked at a steady pace several times per week. After a year, researchers scanned their brains. That memory center had grown, not slowed down, not stabilized, grown. Walking increased blood flow to the brain and stimulated the release of a protein that supports brain cell growth and communication. You can think of it as fertilizer for your brain. That's why people who walk regularly often report something subtle but important. They think more clearly. They remember things faster. They feel mentally lighter. Not because they're trying harder, but because their brain is working better. Number 2. Walking resets your stress system. Stress isn't just emotional. It's chemical. When you're under stress, your body releases cortisol. And in small doses, that's helpful. But when cortisol stays elevated day after day, it starts damaging your body. Sleep gets worse. Fat accumulates more easily. Your immune system weakens. Your body stays tense even when nothing is wrong. And here's the problem. Most people are stuck in this state all the time. They wake up and immediately check their phone. Their breathing becomes shallow. Their nervous system never fully relaxes. Walking interrupts this pattern. When you walk at a steady, rhythmic pace, your body activates a different system, the one responsible for calm, recovery, and repair. Each step sends a signal to your brain. You're safe. That's why walking feels calming even if your life hasn't changed. Your problems are still there, but your body is no longer reacting to them the same way. And over time, this becomes powerful. Because you're not just reducing stress. You're retraining how your body responds to it. Number 3. Walking improves thinking without effort. There's a reason people come up with their best ideas while walking, and it's not random. Researchers tested creative thinking in 2 conditions: sitting and walking. Walking increased creativity by up to 60%. Here's why. When you sit for long periods, blood flow slows down. Your thinking becomes narrow and rigid. You try harder, but your brain struggles to connect ideas. Walking changes that instantly. Each step acts like a pump, pushing blood back toward your heart and up to your brain. More blood means more oxygen. More oxygen means better thinking. But there's something else happening too. Walking activates a specific brain network responsible for imagination, insight, and problem solving. This is the system that helps you connect ideas without forcing it. That's why solutions often appear when you stop trying so hard. Walking doesn't force clarity. It creates the conditions for clarity. Number 4. Walking stabilizes your blood sugar. Every time you eat, your blood sugar rises. Your body releases insulin to move that sugar into your cells. But over time, many people become less sensitive to insulin. And when that happens, sugar stays in the bloodstream longer. This leads to energy crashes, cravings, and increased fat storage. Walking directly improves this. When your muscles move, they pull sugar out of your bloodstream and use it as fuel. And the key detail is this: they can do this with very little insulin. That means walking helps your body process food more efficiently. Research shows that even a short walk after meals can significantly reduce blood sugar spikes. In some cases, more effectively than longer workouts done later. This is why walking after eating feels so different. You don't get that heavy, sluggish feeling. Your energy stays more stable, and over time, your body becomes better at handling food. Number 5. Walking builds real energy at the cellular level. Most people think energy comes from sleep or caffeine. But real energy is produced inside your cells. Inside each cell, there are structures that work like small power plants. They turn food and oxygen into energy that you feel throughout the day. When these systems work poorly, a strange condition appears. You seem to have slept enough, but still feel tired. This is not a rest problem. This is an energy production problem. Walking fixes this in a very specific way. It stimulates the creation of new, healthy, energy-producing structures and helps your body remove the damaged ones. And unlike intense workouts, walking does this without overwhelming your system. That's why the energy people get from walking feels different. It's not a spike. It's not jittery. It's steady, calm, reliable. You don't feel hyped. You feel capable. Number 6. Walking improves digestion without forcing it. Digestion isn't just about what you eat. It's about movement. Your digestive system depends on gentle muscular contractions to move food through your body. When you sit too much, that process slows down. And over time, this leads to bloating discomfort, sluggish digestion. Walking naturally stimulates this system. Not aggressively, not forcefully, just enough to restore normal function. That's why so many cultures recommend walking after meals. It's not a trend, it's physiology. When you walk after eating, your body processes food more smoothly. You feel lighter, less heavy, less stuck. And over time, your digestion becomes more efficient without needing extreme changes. Number 7. Walking strengthens your heart without stress. A lot of people believe you need intense exercise to improve heart health, but that's not entirely true. Large population studies comparing walkers and runners show something interesting. When total energy output is similar, walking provides many of the same heart benefits. It lowers blood pressure, improves circulation, balances cholesterol levels. And it does all of this without putting excessive stress on your joints or spiking stress hormones. This is important because the biggest factor in heart health isn't intensity, it's consistency. And walking is one of the few forms of movement people can sustain for years. That's what makes it powerful. Number 8. Walking improves breathing and oxygen use. Most people don't think about how they breathe, but breathing efficiency changes everything. When your breathing is shallow, your body gets less oxygen. Less oxygen means less energy, more fatigue, and lower endurance. Walking trains your breathing naturally. It strengthens the muscles involved in breathing, especially the diaphragm. Over time, your breathing becomes deeper, slower, more efficient. You don't get out of breath as easily. You recover faster, and your body uses oxygen more effectively during everyday activities. This is one of those benefits people don't expect. But once it happens, they notice it immediately. Number 9. Walking protects your joints and posture. There's a common myth that movement wears out your joints. But in reality, lack of movement is what causes problems. Your joints depend on movement to stay healthy. Walking stimulates the production of joint fluid, which keeps them lubricated. Without that, stiffness builds up. Mobility decreases. Discomfort increases. Walking also corrects posture. Think about how most people sit. Shoulders forward, head down. Spine rounded over time. This becomes your default position. Walking upright counteracts that. It gently retrains your body into better alignment. Better posture means less back pain, better balance, more stable movement. And as you age, that stability becomes critical. Number 10. Walking improves your mood at a biological level. A lot of people think walking helps mood just because it's relaxing, but the real effect goes much deeper. Walking directly changes your brain chemistry. It increases the production of serotonin, endorphins, and other natural chemicals that regulate how you feel. At the same time, it lowers stress hormones that keep you tense and overwhelmed. This is why walking is often recommended for anxiety and depression, not as a distraction, but as a biological intervention. It doesn't just take your mind off problems. It changes the internal environment that creates those feelings in the first place. Over time, this leads to something subtle but powerful. You feel more stable, less reactive, more in control of your emotions. Number 11. Walking determines how well you age. This is one of the most overlooked benefits. Walking doesn't just help you live longer, it helps you stay independent longer. And there's a big difference. Researchers call this health span. The number of years you stay physically and mentally capable. People who walk regularly tend to move more easily, maintain balance, recover faster, stay mentally sharp, fall less often, and most importantly, they continue doing everyday things without help. Here's why. Walking keeps multiple systems working together at the same time. Your brain coordinates movement. Your muscles generate force. Your heart adjusts circulation. Your balance system stays active. When you stop moving, these systems slowly disconnect. That's when decline begins, not suddenly, but gradually. Walking interrupts that process. It keeps your body connected, responsive, capable. And that's what aging well actually looks like. Number 12. The real secret is consistency. Now here's the part most people get wrong. They think walking only works if you walk fast, you walk long, you hit a certain number like 10,000 steps. But none of that is the real driver. The real driver is consistency. Your body is constantly adapting to what you repeat. If something happens occasionally, your body ignores it. If something happens regularly, your body adapts to it. Walking works because it sends a clear, repeatable signal. When you walk most days, your metabolism adjusts, your stress response stabilizes, your energy systems improve. Your joints stay mobile, your brain stays engaged, and none of that requires perfection. A short walk done consistently is more powerful than an intense workout done occasionally, because consistency turns movement into identity. Your body starts to expect it, and once that happens, everything starts improving in the background, quietly, without forcing it. So here's what I want you to do. For the next 7 days, don't overthink it. Don't aim for perfection. Just walk. 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, whatever you can sustain. But do it consistently, because walking isn't just exercise. It's the most natural signal you can give your body. A signal that affects your brain, your heart, your metabolism, your mood, all at the same time. Now I want you to do something simple. Go down to the comments and write your plan. I'm walking 10 minutes. I'm walking 20 minutes. I'm starting today. Writing it makes it real, and it helps you stay accountable. If this video helped you understand walking differently, not as something basic, but as something powerful, hit the like button and subscribe for more simple science-based health explanations. And if you want to go one step further, watch the next video. Because movement is only half the equation. What you eat determines how your body responds to that movement. Combine both, and the results multiply. Start walking today. Your body is already ready for it. You just have to give it the signal.